Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Oh, I got some fun stuff. We've been so serious all this time. No more being serious. Let's play some games. Let's have some fun. And what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to have fun in a disaster. And it's hard to plan these disasters. So what we're going to do is I want to give you some situations that you can do to help mentally get yourself ready and use some of the stuff that you're supposed to be collecting and you should have already. And we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about how to, what you need to do. It's just an exercise is all it is. It's a fun exercise. You're going to learn a lot. And just like everything in life, it's the little things that make the difference. And you're going to find all kinds of little things once you start doing these simple exercises. Okay, now this is that exercise that, I'll put it this way. I come across many people that think they got their shit together. They know what to do. And this is the exercise for them. Okay, what you do, you hear me all the time promoting the three-man militia. Because three of you, it's easier to get two other people to work together and get things done. So than it is to get 50 or 24 or whatever, So it's easier to get this little batch. So all I'm asking is and this would make a good three-man militia in itself. And all you got to do is go camping. Have fun, go camping. Okay, now the way it works is you set a date, a weekend. There's going to be this weekend. It's going to be a Friday night and a Saturday night up until Sunday afternoon. Okay, now what you're going to do is before this date comes, this weekend you're going to go camping. Before that, if you're like me, I go out in the country and I go play around, walk around and have a lot of fun. There's a place out there, well I got many places, but there's places there that I really enjoy going to. Either the view, the water, no telling what it is. That's what you need to do. You need to go there ahead of time. And you and your three-man militia go there and you start preparing. You get a place for a fire, get your fireplace all set up. You might take your machete or hatchets and stuff and make some furniture, and maybe cut up some firewood, and just start getting everything ready. That'd be a lot of fun just in itself. Go there and spend the day and have a lot of fun. You're going to find out which is more of a useful tool, a hatchet or a machete. And if it is a hatchet, what size of a hatchet? And if it's a machete, what kind of a machete? Different tools have different uses for different people. See what works for you. When you're looking for your campsite where you want to go and have fun and stuff, you might want to keep in mind a place with some water. I know one of the hardest things is water. Trying to carry water. Most people can pretty much use a gallon a day. And so if you've got a place where there's a pond or a creek or something like that, it's a little bit easier to get the water. Whether you're going to drink it or not, you have to have your water purification anyway. So like I say, at least you'll have the water to do with your water stuff. So this will help you look for a good site to be camping at. Something with water, and it's got some kind of security out of the wind, stuff like that. This is always good stuff to look for in an area to put up for the night. And then, so this is what you need to do ahead of time. But at this certain date, you all are going to go out there. Now, when that certain weekend comes, now there's doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, whatever's happening, it doesn't make any difference. That's the weekend you go. And you go there on Friday. And what you take, the only thing you take at that Friday is what you carry. That's the only thing you take, is what you are carrying on your back. Your backpack, or you want to carry a duffel bag with you, I don't care. But you're going to be carrying everything that you're going to be using. You're going to carry it over there. Now, I'm not saying carrying it, 50 miles or, even miles. I mean, you can just park, where you can still see where your car is. Not real far, but maybe half a mile or so. Just far enough away where you're not getting in the car to get out of the weather or listening to the sounds or tunes. No. The car isn't for that. It's a simple, easy camp out. Okay. Also, what you're going to be carrying is your knives, whatever kind of knives you use, handgun or handguns, depending on how it is you've structured yourself. This is a simulated get out of town exercise. So you're going to have handguns and rifle, and whatever kind of rifle, I don't care, whatever it is. Okay, now there's going to be the three of you. You can do it with more, but try to do it with at least three of you. And then okay, now your food is going to be there. You're going to have enough food for Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday morning. And so you're going to be carrying your food. You're going to be carrying whatever kind of stuff you think you're going to be needing for this stuff, along with the weapons. Now, I would suggest if you can have bullets, but don't have your guns loaded. I would suggest just have an empty chamber on there. On all your weapons, have an empty chamber, because you've got to get used. You got to get used to what it is that you're getting involved in. This is not going to be what you think it is. It's not going to be like it was on TV or the movies. It's going to be a little different. Okay, now from this, when you get there, from that point on, your weapons are with you all the time. Your weapons are always with you. Your rifle will be sitting right there, right next to you all the time. You don't get up and go to the bathroom without your weapon. Your weapon is with you all the time. Now, if you're, let's say, taking a bath, digging a latrine and stuff like that, there's three of you. One of you is digging, one of you is cleaning, one of you is doing the other, whatever. The other two have weapons and they're standing guard. Okay, so this way you get an idea what it's like to have your weapons with you all the time. It gets old. It gets really old. This is the one time that I really love the AR, because it's lightweight. So that's the good thing about it. But it stops right there. But anyway, you're going to have your weapon with you all the time. And then when your hands aren't on this weapon, the other two will be right there, or at least be within arm's reach. Okay. Now we're doing it really easy, because this is just an exercise and we're having fun. So you don't really need to be worried so much about your outside perimeter, getting your perimeter secured and stuff like that. That's going to be another story. Okay. Now, through the night, it'd be nice if it was a little chilly, because you need a fire. You need a nice big fire. Under normal conditions, you won't have a fire, okay? But you will have a fire in this particular situation. Now, what you're going to do too is you're going to have someone standing guard all night. So what you'll do is take turns standing guard. Now, in Vietnam, like I say, we had three too, three-man fire teams. In the Marines, in Vietnam combat, we had three-man fire teams. And through the night, one of us was awake all the time. we slept with our rifles right next to us. And the one that was awake, he would be awake. And he was awake for an hour and a half. And then he's sitting awake while the other two sleep. So this way you get 3 hours of sleep, you're up for an hour and a half. You can do it any way you want to, but have one person staying up all night feeding the fire. Now in Vietnam, we had to, like I say, watch our perimeters. We always had to be careful. This, no, don't worry about it. We got the light from the fire coming up. We've got all that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, to help you with the boredom, you can go on and clean your rifle. That's a good time to clean your rifle. Because unlike in Vietnam, everything was dark. We kept it in the dark. And that's why we have exercise about cleaning your rifle in the dark, because that's what we did. But you don't need to do that. You can have your flashlight with you and use it to help clean your rifle out there in your campsite. And that'll help it make it a little easier to stay awake at night. And that might be a time you want to make yourself something to eat. I don't know. Play some cards. You don't forget, you got lights. You've got the advantage. This is stuff you won't have in a real bug out situation. And so take advantage of it. But you're still going to learn a lot, even though it is not a real get out of town type situation. You're still going to learn a lot. And okay, now you're don't worry about like I say, your outside perimeters. Try to get as much fun as you can out of this. At the same time, trying to make it kind of half realistic. Now, when the time comes, adrenaline will do a lot. And so like I say, now we're just having fun with the thing. But try to stay awake and feed the fire and have a good evening. And then I don't know how you're going to do your cooking. You're going to have to work out all kinds of stuff. One of you are going to have to be a cook. I don't know. How are you going to use for pots and pans? I don't know. These are all things you're going to have to be thinking of. And or you might be like what we did in Vietnam. We just ate out of the can, so I don't know. These are all things that you can figure on and have fun with. In Vietnam, I really didn't consider it camping. I mean, it's not like we had sleeping bags. And then we would sleep in the rain, no tent. I mean, just the rain just falling on top of you. Many times I've slept in a water hole. That's why people, now as I travel, I travel from Panama on up to Canada, everybody says, oh, well, you're camping and stuff. I'm on the motorcycle. Oh, you're camping and stuff. I don't camp. I don't do any camping. One time I went to talk to a group, and they were camping, and they thought I was going to camp out and talk to them about camping. No, I don't do that stuff. I did it, like I say, in Vietnam. I did it with the kids when I was raising my children, so I teach them what it was like to be camping and stuff like that. But I don't camp. The main reason is, like I say, if I get sick, I have problems. Does caterpillar ring a bell to you? Killer caterpillar, I got that, and I was in a hotel on that. And but like I say, bugs, a mosquito, I've seen what a mosquito could do to somebody. I don't want that. And same thing with Xena, my dog. My dog sleeps inside with me. I don't let my dog be out where the mosquitoes are going to get it, snakes are going to get him. Nothing gets my dog. So my dog stays with me. So and so in Vietnam we did cold camping. I think it's called cold camping. We didn't have a fire, and so it was tough. We used let's see, I forgot what they're called, but they're a nylon blanket, and that's what we used for a sleeping bag. And then also you put it up over you, and so you use it kind of like a tent, but it's not waterproof or nothing. But it kind of stops the light from shining, so you could get a little candle or something, and if you get in the right spot, that'll be enough to deflect the candle. where you can read and maybe clean your gun or something like that. And but the cold camping is no fun. I mean, no fire, it's no fun. I camp with a fire, and in a bug out situation, you will not have a fire. The smell will draw all kinds of weird critters to you. I'm talking about human critters. But I don't suggest you go out, try to have fun with a cold camp out. It's much more fun with a fire. Okay. And that'll be Friday night, all day Saturday, and then Sunday morning. And you're going to learn a lot. This exercise is a very good exercise. And now, at this time, you had time to mentally prepare and to get your stuff ready. After this, you're going to learn, and you will have your bags packed, and you will be ready. Because if you're not ready, you're going to have a problem. I'll tell you, what makes a disaster is you weren't aware that this is going to happen. It's a surprise. That's the first thing. The second thing that makes it a disaster is the confusion, because you don't have a plan. If you knew a disaster was coming and you got all your stuff together, it wouldn't be a disaster. So this is what we're trying to set up. We're trying to get everything together, so then when and if a disaster happens, it won't be a disaster. We've done it before. No big deal. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.